Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, and obviously we gonna be bringing you
another one.
Yes, sir. All right. So obviously, your boy Aikman has some things to say. He said, "I see guys lazy coming off the line of scrimmage," and when it come down to Mr. Aikman, it's one thing that's pretty certain. He has a very, very good track record, right? So anything that comes out of his mouth should be taken serious as a former quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Because when quarterbacks speak, it's a whole nother level, especially within the Dallas Cowboys community. And before I get into it even heavier, today's video is brought to you by BitUS, where you can receive 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next two deposits up to $2,000. So when Aikman speaks, it's big. But I've been listening, I've been kind of checking the temperature, I've been seeing some things to where I think Cowboy Nation might be going a little bit too far, especially when it comes down to Mr. C.D. Lamb. Y'all give me 1 second, I need to correct something. Okay, I did. Okay, it's corrected now. All right. But yeah, going a little bit too far, because we got to be careful, because if we start kind of going too far, we'll create what my boy J Tuck calls zombies, where you'll have a whole bunch of Cowboy fans that's now anti our best players. So we got to also always make sure that we in balance, because there's some things about what people are saying and what even Aikman might be alluding that we just got to make sure we on the right page on. So obviously over here, man, we gonna try to cover this thing with balance, sensitivity, accuracy, because we can't create no more zombies, man. We can't create no more Cowboy fans that just go after their best players, because that tends to happen, where a narrative gets built, and then once it becomes popular, you can't even turn people's minds when you show them evidence. I've learned that popular opinions have become even more dangerous than not even dangerous. The word dangerous is not right. Popular opinions basically control the minds of people more than actually showing them evidence. That's what I'm saying. So y'all sit back for a second, man. I got to do some different things on the background, some administrative stuff. But when I get back, I'm going to address this. I'm going to probably not even finish that countdown. It's probably going to take me that long. So y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh man, y'all funny. Uh, all right. Yeah, it come down to what my boy Special K just said. My boy Special K, perfect. Two comments that to me are perfect. He said people will believe a lie without doing the research themselves. Yeah. See, because it's safe, it's very safe to go with the crowd because the crowd gives you cover. Everybody else saying it. Everybody else believe it. So that's a lot of what I've been going through, and a lot of us been going through, even with this debate with Zeke. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. The more and more I'm just kind of peeping game, I'm learning that a lot of people don't even believe that Zeke watched like they say they do. Because if they did, they would have took up his Stacey Elliott's challenge of producing the film to say that he watched. If somebody would have put up $10,000 to me, and I was making the case that this certain player lost a step, I would have already sent him for, and I would have challenged him publicly. But do you see people doing that? Nah. What they doing? They believe in the lies. They going with what's popular. And that's why I keep saying I'm waiting on somebody to show me this washed up film. Ain't nobody showed me the film yet. I'm the only one to this day that has actually did a New England film breakdown. I'm not the only one that's done film breakdowns, but I'm the only one that's done a New England film breakdown, proving that he's not washed. We showed the speed, we showed the agility, we showed everything, that we showed the burst, everything that they said he ain't got. I showed that he got it. So, you know. So anyway, you're right. People will believe a lie instead of doing the research themselves. And that's what scares me with this Aikman comment. You know, when you look at what Aikman said, it's now something that can then become popular. And I'm going to show how to solve it, right? Yeah. And it's true. My boy say, Boss been standing on that Zig film since off season. Yeah, because I'm the only one that showed it. Like, I'm waiting on somebody to counter me or challenge Stacey Elliott and say, okay, I don't agree with Boss. Here's my film evidence. Do you see anybody doing that? Do you see anybody doing that? I don't see anybody doing that. So, going back to this Aikman thing, I'm going to read what Aikman said. We're going to talk about it. Then we're going to talk about how to really get down to the truth. You know, because it's a way to get down to the truth.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
It's going to come down to doing the work that we do here, that I hope that other people do on their channels. But what we do here for sure is we're going to show you how to get down to the nitty gritty. So looking at what he said, I think the routes are terrible. Aikman said on 1310 The Ticket in Dallas via John Machota of the Athletic.com. I think they run terrible routes. I've thought that beyond this year. I think CD has got to improve in his route running. As a quarterback, if you're not certain where guys are going to be consistently, it's hard to play the position. That's what I see. I see guys lazy coming off the line of scrimmage. Sometimes they run. Usually if they do, it's because they're anticipating they're going to get the football on that play. But if they're not, they don't. And it all ties together. I'm not impressed with that part of it. Yeah. And my boy Special K said this too. Special K, man, I appreciate it, man. And this ain't Special K having no love for me. He just talking about the evidence, man. And that's what we do over here. Yeah. He said, Boss is the same way we still too. The other person I know that I always do the work is Okoye. Absolutely. Or Okoye will prove his work. And my boy Big Dad say, Boss wants Zeke to be RB1. I'm not with that. Yeah, but you gotta ask, why do I want him to be RB1? I want him to be RB1 because it's to protect Rico and his injury history. So it's like, let's talk about the full context of what I'm saying. And if we would have had a better backfield and more backs here, then I might have think different. But based on who's here, he makes the most sense. Period. But going back to CeeDee Lamb, okay, and what Troy Aikman said, that's super important that I'm getting ready to break down. Because see, this is the thing. Something don't smell right? Especially the way this is being described outside. So what's starting to build a narrative almost as if CD is a major problem. And I see some zombies being created out of Dallas Cowboy fans where we start hating our best again, right? Especially when narratives are built, right? Because this is the problem, and this is what didn't smell right about what Troy said, because some things got a smell to it, all right? So the number one thing that I see is he talked a lot about the group, but then a lot of things he said about the group, I think are being placed on CD. Because the only thing he really said about CD specifically, he said, I think CD has got to improve his route running. Okay. He said, I think CD has got to improve. So that's the only thing he really said specifically about Mr. CeeDee Lamb. But everything else was about the guys, the group. But if we not careful, people that's rage baiting their content will take all the adjectives that he had for the guys and then put that on CD. Because let's all be honest. CeeDee Lamb has never been an elite route runner. Never. Like, all of us have said that. But it don't matter because he's an elite football player. I've said that for years. I said, nah, I've seen better routes. You know, I've seen more crisp routes, but it's hard to find somebody that play football. See, I'm gonna ask y'all a question real quick, because you know I'm always check for common sense, right? So all you got to do is go to Google and just put in CeeDee Lamb records, okay? So we all heard Mr. Aikman say, CeeDee Lamb has to improve on his routes. Has is a strong word. It's a strong word. It would be nice, but do we have to?
Oh, hell no.
Because it was them same routes that broke a record for the most receptions in the season. Those routes. Most receiving yards in the season came from those routes. 1,700 yards came from those routes. Okay. Most consecutive games with 10 receptions and 150 plus receiving yards. Those routes did that. 10 games. Wait. CeeDee Lamb, he got to improve on his route. Yeah, it'd be nice. But let's kind of calm down a little bit. Like, for real. Because his production is undeniable. Like, for real. Just using my freaking common sense. Most games with 11 plus receptions in a season. So basically, Aikman, he broke all of your receivers' records. So that's what I mean. Something don't smell right. Huh. It got a smell to it. It's like, yeah. So my boy D.A. Lee, I respect debate always in the room. I'm gonna respect it. My boy said, yes, he has two, boss. He has more unproven guys behind him. He is the leading example in the wide receiver room for now. He has to improve in order to make the room better as it stands. And then my boy said that was a year ago. We talking about. All right. So, DA, I'm going to ask a real question. Do you really believe that CeeDee Lamb is that much different this year from last year, skills-wise? Real talk. And that's for the whole chat, because I don't believe it. I think pretty much this the same CeeDee Lamb. I think it's the same CeeDee Lamb. Now, we go talk about how to get down to it, and guess what we go all do together? What we always do over here. What we go do? What's the one way to really get down to the truth? And we go do it. We ain't gonna do it today. We gonna do it tomorrow. But what's the one way to get down to it? The one way to get down to it is film. That's the only way. That's the only way. So that's why this show is called Trust But Verify. So we can check the accusations. And my boy said, watch. And, you know, D.A. Lee is a top executive in BossCowboySports. And we're going to do it. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be tomorrow. Because I'm talking about it today. I'm talking about the smell today. We going to look at it tomorrow. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say I don't really know the answer. I got suspicions because it was times I felt like CeeDee Lamb effort could have been better on certain plays. I saw that in the playoffs specifically. I thought he was loafing a little bit in the playoffs. Yeah. I'm not sugarcoating or taking up for CeeDee Lamb. It was times I felt like he should have and could have played better. But I also want us to do what we always do here. What we do here is we trust, but we verify. That's what we do. That's the safest place for everybody. So I'm going to talk about real quick the ways to figure it out and what we're going to do when we watch the film tomorrow. When we watch the film, the best thing to do, and this is going to be homework that I have to do. This is not easy homework either. It's a lot of work. You got to break down what he said, and you got to look at how the receivers play based on what he said. All right, so let's look at what he said. All right. So if you look at what he said, I think the routes are terrible. Aikman said, okay. I think they run terrible routes. So what do we have to look at on film to determine if they run in terrible routes? What do we got to look at? We're going to have to look at the passing plays. We're going to have to look at when it's passing situations, and we're going to have to look at all the receivers and their routes. Okay. Then we're going to also have to look at CeeDee Lamb. He said, I think CeeDee Lamb has to improve his route running. So that means also on those same passing plays, we're going to have to highlight Mr. CeeDee Lamb and his ability to win with routes. So we got to look at that. Then he said, I see guys lazy coming off the line of scrimmage. So guess what we got to look at? And bullseye. Receivers coming off the ball and the line of scrimmage. I got to look at the whole. We go look, and we go do this together. All of us, like we always do. We go open up the film. We not gonna do a highlight or a low light. We not gonna pick 2 or 3 plays to create a narrative. We go look at a lot of passing plays. Guess what else we gonna have to look at based on what he said? He said, I see lazy coming off the line of scrimmage. Sometimes they run. Usually if they do, it's because they're anticipating they're going to get the ball. Football. So what we have to see is, what is your route when it was the play called to you, and how was your route when the ball was not coming to you? So we go break down every one of the categories that he said he's seeing, and we go watch film on our receivers and see, are we seeing what he said? Because he made a specific accusation. He said if they not getting the ball, they don't run routes the same. We gonna be able to see that from the film. So this is the important part I'm gonna say though. Aikman has some of the, in my opinion. Oh, thank you, Ty. No, it's Tay. You know, I figured out your name is Tay. I've been calling her Ty this whole time. She never corrected me. It's Tay. Sorry, Tay. Amp told we was talking about you. He said, man, it's Tay Cowboys. So whenever y'all talking, don't call her Ty. She's so nice, she never corrected me. It's Tay. So that's Tay Cowboys. And you right on this. She said, boss, we go also have to look at the pass blocking. So the only way we go see that, we gonna have to look at what? The running plays. We gonna have to look at a lot of running plays with these receivers out there. And you go see what is their effort like when it comes to blocking. We gonna let the film speak. Because see, I don't trust a lot of people, narrators out there, because they start running with it too fast, to be honest. They start running with it too fast. So some people start talking about it before you even had time to really take a real look. That's what make me have trust issues with a lot of people that jumped out fast with their opinions on this. It's like, when did you do the work, dog? Now, if this is something you've been saying and you've been pointing at, okay. But if all of a sudden you jumping out new against CeeDee Lamb, I smell some wee-woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
It's a lot of people, especially during times like this. I'm telling you, what they gonna do is they gonna rage bait you. They know we mad, and they're gonna jump on anything negative because it's gonna do numbers. Yeah. Ooh, man. See, this I swear to God. That's my man. Lou in the house, man. Lou. Man, y'all clap it up for Lou, man. Lou's Takes is the perfect name for you, bro, because you be having some good takes. Look at this. Man, Lou, my boy Lou said, also the type of routes only can dress up a curl so much. Huh. Y'all clap it up, man. God. Thank you. So what this makes me think is that it's not as good as it seemed. It's not as bad as it seemed, man. You know, like, keeping it real. Now, it was some times, I promise you, I was mad at CeeDee Lamb in his effort. But for the most part, and I really mean this, for the most part, I am cool with Mr. CeeDee Lamb. And let me say one more thing, too. The one thing that I definitely see with CeeDee Lamb that I've always seen, I feel like he is not as cerebral as what Amari was. I see too much miscommunication between him and Dak, and it's usually him. If anything, it's the playbook. Keeping it real. Who was the guy that was out of position a lot when they was running an aggressive option route system? Who was the guy that wouldn't cross face the safety face, and Dak would throw the ball with anticipation, expecting him to beat her, and he wouldn't beat her? How many times did Dak this year throw the ball to an area expecting him to beat her, and they was on two different pages? But Aikman didn't talk about that, did he? Ooh, Tay. Tay said, Ollie, I feel like we're playing preseason type of ball inside the season. Oh my. Absolutely. So I'm gonna take some calls real quick, man. Hear from y'all. This not gonna be a long show, man. I took my sons to the fair today, so I didn't prepare as much as I wanted to in terms of the things that I was gonna showcase with the run and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna open up the phone lines, man. Let's chop it up. If y'all call in and y'all got some thoughts about this thing, I want to hear from it. Even if it's outside of this, I want to hear from you guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen. So opening up the phone lines now, man. Y'all call on in and let's talk it out.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
My boy Chris 214, man. You always jump in, dog. I appreciate that. My boy 214. I want to hear from you too, man. I know you gonna have some good insight. So I got the phone line open now. I was gonna do this film session today. We was gonna go through it today, but you gotta actually prepare this type of film session. You can't just turn it on. It'll be a little bit too sloppy. I don't want to do it like that. I gotta actually go really prepare this film session. Well, we could just turn it on too. I got the number up, DP. I got the number up. So DP just joined. I see DP in the building. Let's go ahead and get these calls going. Chris 214, you live.
Hey, what's going on, boss? Happy Sunday.
Hey, man, happy Sunday, bro. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good. Can't complain. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's it's really important that you pay attention to who you talking to. To whoever you having a talk to about the Cowboys. Because just like you say, man, with a person as strong and has a powerful voice such as a Troy Aikman, people just gonna say, well, he must be right. And they'll never look at film.
Right.
So you definitely gotta be careful with that. It's a couple people at my job, that's all they were saying. That's what he said. That's what he said. And I'm like, bruh, I know for a fact you ain't watched a lick of film.
A lick.
You is the most surface fan ever. I know you ain't watched no film. So, yeah, bruh. Hey, they be tagging me at work, bro. Bro, it be some of the most surface fans I've ever met, bro. Jesus, but but
you ain't watched no film, bro.
None, bro.
Like zero, but got a lot of opinions though, bro. Like
a lot of opinions.
It's like, damn.
But I do want to ask you this question though. It's not about CD. How do you feel like Jake has been playing? Our tight end, like, do you think is the lack of him just getting like the targets? Is he not getting open? Is it the lack of scheme? Like, how do you feel about? Because I do feel like he does need the ball more, and he could, feel like he can take this offense up a notch.
I think they need to target him more. That's my gut feeling without really studying. But you got to target. If they bracketing and doing all that stuff to CeeDee Lamb, well, your number 2 and your number 3 got to eat. How they go eat without the targets? You know what I mean? So I got a lot of homework to do on all this, that I ain't going to act like I'm on top of. I'm not on top of my homework yet, Chris, to be honest. You know what I mean? Right. But my gut feeling is with the way that they really are focused on Lamb, then your number 2 threat, which a lot of people believe that number 2 threat supposed to be Ferg, So
right.
So that's another thing we need to look at too. If we go look at the routes, which we go do tomorrow, we go add him to the list. We go look at him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And we go say, is he getting open? Right. So we not gonna just look at the perimeter weapons. We go look at him too. I think that's fair.
Right. My last question, and I'm gonna let you go. Do we elevate Dalvin Cook before the 49ers?
I think they should have been elevated Cook.
We should have been did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should have been did it. Well,
that's the question. Bro, like,
me, bro. I'm real big on the evidence that they treat free agents like bastards.
That's true.
And to me, this is just another pattern that proves it. Because everybody's scratching their head like,
what you bring them here for?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But they in a rush to give the draft picks an attempt. But he can't even get off the practice squad.
Hey man,
but see, I'm gonna say this real quick. Man. Be honest. I think what's going on, man. I think Cowboy Nation has fallen for the data guys, the analytic guys.
Oh, absolutely.
See, like J Tuck tweeted this. He said Kareem Hunt, 29 yards, old, comes back to KC, loved, embraced, kingdom excited. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 years old, comes back to Dallas. Also with better production than one. Hated, washed, trash, horrible. I'm gonna also add and Lotto. And Lotto.
Definitely.
You know, it's you know. And see, the sad part is Hunt never ran a 4-4 like Zeke did. Never.
Yeah.
He came into the league only a 4-6 and was always embraced. Nobody ever asked him, we need 40-yard runs out of you. Have they ever asked Hunt to hit a 30 or 40-yard, 20-yard run? No, they said, no, we like you having power with that agility. That's good enough. That's the same thing they do with Montgomery. They ain't asking Montgomery, Detroit to hit a home run. They like, we want you to do what you're doing. Be physical with that agility. That's your role, and we go feed you the ball. But Dallas is like, we think he lost burst, so we're done. Even though he still's a hammer, even though he still has agility, even though he can still catch, even though he even almost had 1,000 yards total passing and catching last year. So
yeah. And those teams commit to running the football.
Right.
If y'all watch the 49ers and the Chiefs, they don't win their game without the running back.
no,
They just don't.
they don't.
I watched that whole game.
Yeah. But what people go do, they go give Mahomes all the credit again.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah.
But, all right, boss, man.
All right, good call,
I know you got
Chris
some more
204.
calls.
Yeah, good call, big dog.
Yes, sir.
All right, 206, you live. DP, I see you, bro. You go close this out, DP. 206, you live.
What's up, boss?
What's up? Who is this?
What's up, man?
What's up?
It's MJ.
MJ, what's up, man?
Hey, man.
Magic.
How you doing, family?
I'm doing good, my
I've been
brother.
listening to y'all.
Okay.
Y'all make sense. So what
Yeah.
they talking about, boss, is when he say me and you the receivers,
Mm-hmm.
and I know I'm not getting a pass,
Mm-hmm.
so we know we going to you. So I run my route at 50% instead of running at 100%. And if I run it just like you hard, that means you gonna get over. That means when he threw that pass to 88 over in the corner, if I'd have ran at you hard and did, that means he would have came up and got me, you would have had a touchdown.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the problem. So when they know they not getting the ball thrown, they run their routes at 50%, like jogging.
Well, I gotta
And
see
it
it.
was the-
You see what I'm saying,
Yeah.
MJ? I gotta see it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna believe it. I trust Aikman too. This is coming from a place of trust too. I trust Aikman.
I saw that when they intercepted because I looked. I said, "Oh no, he know 83 ain't running his route, so he just went back." You got to see that. That's how the interception came. I said, "Oh, it's an interception." Because me and my boys were watching the game. We said, "Oh, interception." You know what I'm saying? And another thing that's making the receivers look bad, I hate to tell you, Shalari, offensive line coach, horrible.
Yeah.
Get an F.
Oh my God.
Need to be fired.
Oh God.
And he made the offensive line even worse, y'all. I don't know. The offensive line look worse.
Yeah, that's true.
And McCarthy, I hate to say it, I'm not taking up McCarthy no more. McCarthy come with the Kellen Moore plays and Hook. Oh my God. Don't use number 9, the fastest dude on your team, to scare the defense. And the routes is horrible for the receivers. And then I'm telling you what made me mad. Even though 80 got in the game, when he came up the line, you could tell he's big and strong. His separation was huge. So he caught it. He made a play. But when he fumbled the ball, he was excited. They see him no more. While everybody else in the game is stinking up the place like doodle. That's our problem. You've been saying this for a long time. Our problem is, I see every rookie. Look at the rookie that's torched us for Detroit. Who is number 17 for Detroit? I never seen him before. Huh? I guarantee you, if our dude's 80, number 90, with that speed and that power was playing for Detroit, we'll be like, man, who's some guy? Our problem is this offensive coordinator, he don't know what to do with people he has. We got speed to go, but this bonehead, I'm done with him, man. So, hey, let me tell you, I told Big Game James, I apologize. You know me, boss, because you know how I am. I'm an OG, and I protect my team. Mm-hmm. I'm not protecting no more. They soft.
Oh, really?
They soft.
Okay.
Everybody else, I'm watching everybody else today play. They playing hard, physical. I'm like, the Cowboys going. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I hope we win. You know me, I always think we can win. You never heard me talk like this. I think we're gonna get blown away next week again. Cause these soft, man, they're gonna run right up the middle. Now, if that's soft,
I don't think it's gonna happen like that, to be honest. With the way that they talking,
I don't know.
let me tell you why. If they come in and do what they be saying they gonna do, like based on what Brian Schottenheimer said, how they really gearing up to run the ball at San Fran, we gonna mess around and beat San Fran, bro.
I hope we do.
The two things that we need to beat San Fran is a commitment to physicality. Stop making it. Well, it's three. A commitment to physicality, low mistakes, and a commitment to running the ball.
Play call. Make the receivers move up and down the line like he always do. They confuse them. He don't do none of that. I'm gonna run left, I'll come back. Come on, man. Just the same boring play. And another thing, man.
No more, Marv. You keep saying another thing, bro. You said another thing 3 times, bro. Okay,
I just want to end it with this.
Okay.
Go get 94. Cleveland about to trade all the players. Go get big number 94, 5th round pick. And if you can, I'll get rid of all 4 of them 5th picks. Go to Simmons and 94 for Tennessee, 98 for Tennessee, and 94 for Cleveland. And I guarantee the whole Cowboy nation, you'll make your defense one of the best defense in the NFL.
Man, good call, Magic.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Hey, this your new number?
Yeah. Lock it in.
Okay. Okay.
All right. We got one more caller. Before we get to DP, my boy Special K said, I actually think we're going to beat the Niners. I think so too, bro. And that is not Kool-Aid either. I explain why this week. DP Johnson.
What's happening, Boss Cowboy?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I've been waiting for this you to have this show right here. This is the one I've been waiting on. Boss, what was the whole team, the whole offense saying last year coming out of camp? Talking about how we fixed this offense. We've got dedicated fixers. You know what I mean? Last year, we came out of camp and we knew how to run each route, why we ran each route that way, and what we were trying to unlock for somebody else. We're not doing that this year.
Yeah.
Boss, this is Jerry Jones. This is what happens when your entire coaching staff is on a 1-year contract. And so everybody's trying to figure out how to get mine without getting hurt. So I'm not going to sit here and blow through and, I know I'm supposed to be trying to run into this DB and let him get the penalty call because it's really on him. This is my space. But I'm not going to do that because the ball ain't going to come to me, so why should I get hurt? Why should I know I'm supposed to be taking the top off of the defense right now, but the ball's supposed to go to the other side of the field. So why am I going to go open my stride up so I can pull my hamstring? When you start having individualistic ideas about how from every player about how to run the play, that's something that's prone to happen. But what I really see, because Mike McCarthy
and Brian Schottenheimer ran offenses way too long in this league for us to act like we don't know what their offenses look like. This is neither one of their offenses. A lot of us keep talking about it looks a lot like Kellen Moore. It does, because all these routes are going to the same level. It's a bunch of 5 and 8 yard routes, which means they're all going to get to their spot at the same time. And Dak has to just figure out which one of these keyholes I should try. Because none of them really ran far enough to move the defense.
Right.
The biggest part of running your route as a receiver is about moving the defender out of the spot you want to get to. But if I'm only running an 8 yard route, bro, it's only so many stutter steps and head fakes I'm going to give you.
Right.
I need my offensive coordinator to better position me. It's your job to come up with a scheme that's going to help me move this guy. Yes, on any given play, I can run that route 3 different ways. But guess what? If all game long, I've been ending up in this same box, eventually the defense is just going to slide over into that box and wait for me to come there.
Right.
Now, I mean, I'm a strong safety, you a corner. If I know this dude is either running an out, a slant, or a dig, guess what? I can take 2 steps and cover all of those. From the strong safety position, from a corner, all you got to do is jam and back off and you covered all 3 of those routes. Like, it's got to be more creativity to it, bro. This is real simple and plain to me, y'all. Jerry's on blast. Y'all got to get out in coaching room. You got to let these men do their job. Now, I do agree. I believe Chris said it, and your second caller said it. Mike Solari, he got to go, bro.
He got to go.
Our whole offensive line got worse. Whole offensive line got worse.
Yeah, that's him, bro.
Like,
yeah.
I don't even know what the hell to call that kick slide thing that Terrence Steele is trying to do on the right end right now. That shit don't make no sense. He look clunky as hell. Like, he got him turning in such a way to where he's giving a go to somebody every time. And it's like, I feel bad because I was rooting for Terrence Steele to come back. I was telling everybody, Terrence Steele's going to be the man this year. But then I'm sitting there watching him use techniques I've never seen him use and get beat for using them. That's on coaching. When a player tries something new and he keeps sticking to that something new and it's not working, but he's never done it before, that means coaching taught him some bullshit.
Right. And see, DP, this is what's crazy, man. Now all of a sudden, CeeDee Lamb is bad, the whole running back room is bad, and the offensive line is bad. This is the same CeeDee Lamb that was breaking all them records. This is the same offensive line that we was bragging on last year.
But look here, boss. When we did have Amari here, Amari was the route king and CeeDee was his understudy. At no point in time has anybody ever said CeeDee Lamb has the release package or the routes of an Amari Cooper.
Never. We all never said that. No.
Like you said, what CeeDee Lamb is a football player.
Yes.
Damn it, when that ball's in the air, I'm going to go get it. And if you don't hit me hard enough to drop me right now, catch me if you can. I'm the gingerbread man.
It's right.
That's what CeeDee Lamb is.
That's what he is. And see, DP, this is what pisses me off.
Catch that ball and get you 5 yards.
See, check this out, DP. This is what pisses me off. Is because we become zombies, right? And we start nitpicking what our best players are not. And most of the things we nitpick, they was really never that. Like, for instance, remember everybody, Dez can't run routes. Who cares? He's the best possession receiver to ever live. You see what I'm saying? Like, it never was about routes with Dez. It was about throw it in the area. Nobody is better than coming down with it than him in the history of football. There would never be a better 50-50 ball guy than Dez. But what did we start just killing Dez for? Routes. I want to see more routes. What we starting to do with CeeDee Lamb? I want to see better routes. He never was a route guy.
I hear what you're saying on that, boss, but I got to give this just a little bit of pushback.
Let's go.
Because I seen films where Dez Bryant made Jackrabbit run in a circle.
You right. He turned you around. You right. But like in terms of like
know how to run
being
routes.
like a precise
the thing is, Dez is
route
a true
killer.
boundary guy. I'm not gonna be doing all this dancing, acting like I'm going across the middle until I go across that middle.
Right.
Because it's a video that Tony Romo explained when Dak's second year. He said, "Look, Dez is a different kind of receiver. A lot of receivers, you need to see them break away. But Dez, all you gotta do is put the ball 3 feet over his him. Ain't nobody else getting that damn ball.
Just throw it in his area. That's it. He gonna come down with.
He said, just put the ball 3 feet. He said, put the ball right here, 3 feet over his helmet. Dez gonna go get that ball.
Yep.
Ain't nobody else getting to it.
Yep.
Know what I mean? Now, that is crazy to me because, yes, Dak wanted to see a receiver come open. He wanted a route runner because he came from a system where I didn't have any 4- and 5-star receivers when he was at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
But I'm playing in the SEC.
Right.
So, he didn't have a alpha receiver to learn to develop with. So, his first 2 years in the league, Dez was trying to groom him to learn how to throw to himself. But by the time Dak learned how to throw a jump ball, he was throwing it to Michael Gallup.
That's right. Ooh.
Huh. Real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy
y'all love Michael Gallup so much that y'all got rid of Coop for him. We ain't even gonna go back through all that. We got all these little dudes. This is what I really called to say, bro. What I really hope is that we get to the offense that makes sense.
Yeah.
We don't have but one really top receiver, but we got 3 tight ends that we like and another one that they're going to keep playing anyway. Okay, let's go heavy then. 12 and 22, let's do a whole bunch of shifting and put the tight ends and the H-backs in motion. All right, we're going to shift just so y'all can snitch on yourself, then we're going to put them in motion just to make sure we got it right. It's not hard, bro. Get some of these tight ends that we got. Go get Stevens. Man, I don't know why Stevens ain't playing H-back. Let that dude motion across the backfield with his big ass and then leak up the damn scene. No, I mean, it's not a lot of things that should be hard, bro. But when you got people who obviously don't really know football getting in the way, that's why you end up going out here trying to do the same things that haven't worked week after week. Let the coaches coach and get out the way, front office.
That's right.
Y'all do y'all job and go get us some players. We don't need you. Once the players are here, leave them to the coaches.
Yeah.
If the coach say I need somebody else, that's when you go get somebody else. Don't go spending no damn draft picks on a project just because you bored, Jerry.
Right.
That's all Trey Lance was. Jerry got bored, so I need to get my team in the news. Let me do something. And now, look at the trickle-down effect. We didn't have a 4th in the draft, and that led to this year, the whole summer being about Trey Lance and us ignoring all the shit that we needed, all because Jerry had to be right. Like, we just got to get back to basics, bro.
Back to
basics. That's the only thing that's wrong with this team. We're not doing the basic shit right.
Yep.
We're not doing the basic shit right. You're not going to tell me that anybody is going to play football long enough to make it to this damn level as a defensive tackle, and you haven't been taught how to fight through a double team.
Right.
Hell,
I say right now, Hankins was our biggest loss of the offseason. Hankins was our biggest
hell
loss.
Yeah.
He was our biggest loss. I don't care what nobody say. It was
He
Hankins.
was. He was because Hankins was a $2 million player that gave you an $8 million player's effort.
Yes. Ooh, man. Perfectly said, brother. Perfectly said.
You know what I mean? And I'm be honest with you, like, I believe in Eric Kendricks. I definitely think when he gets healthy, he's gonna help the defense a lot. But I want us to go get another Mike though. I understand they trying to train Lou Fowl and they got that other boy that they bring in when Eric can't play. But can we get somebody who knows what the hell he's doing?
Yeah.
Why is it that we always are so front loaded that the second we lose a starter, we just have to accept the fact that things ain't gonna be good?
Yeah. Especially with Clark with green
dot. That's not built a champion.
Yeah, Clark has a green dot. No.
Yeah, like I like Clark. I do. I was a big fan of him coming out of LSU. I really do believe allowing him to spend them camps with LVE being his role model it has stunted his growth. He has no aggression.
Yeah.
The dude stands straight up, walks into the hole. Like, who you gonna hit like that? Who you gonna hit like that? But that's it, bro. I was just a little frustrated. Oh yeah, I gotta mention the Zeke thing since y'all brought it up. Zeke should be RB1 for the simple fact that, and you said it a few times, it doesn't affect the defense to change up from Rico to Zeke. You just gave him a break because Zeke ain't gonna run as fast. He gonna bang him, but he ain't gonna run as fast, so they don't have to adjust the way that they're playing. When you go from banging to now I got a quick-footed guy, now I got to adjust my angle. So, yes, it makes more football sense for Rico to back Zeke up. Plus, we already know, I don't know about you, like, I've seen enough on film. Who do you think I trust inside the 5-yard line? I just watched the film where Rico, all he had to do was keep on the track he was going. He'd have fell in the end zone right behind his fullback, but he decided to play X games, you know what I mean? And now Dak got to dive on the football with linebackers falling all over. Give me Zeke, man.
All day. Appreciate the call, OG. Good call, man.
Yes, sir. You have a good one, boss.
You too. That was my OG DP, man. So, yeah, I'm gonna go definitely break the film down tomorrow. And we go talk about in depth even more the running backs. We also go have some obviously Niner content creators this week, which I always love because you get real good insight when you bring in. So we schedule right now. Jesse and I. Let me go to his channel real quick. Let me showcase my boy Jesse because. Y'all saw Jesse, man, with Last Second Sports. He does a real good job of really talking ball without all the trolling. You know, it's a lot of trolling with a lot of different ones. That is not his style. He's going to talk real ball. So his style is kind of like my style, you know, where he's not going to, he's not big on the sneak dissing and all that kind of stuff. You know, we go have fun. We go back and forth. We go, you know, obviously we go talk our talks and talk our noise between these two. But it's going to be all in all about football. So he coming in on Wednesday. So y'all make sure y'all come back for that. That's going to be very insightful. We're going to learn a lot about San Fran because he's very intimately locked into San Fran. We will also probably talk a lot about Trey Lance. He was very big on Trey Lance, so that's gonna be interesting, man. But at the end of the day, we wanted to have a discussion today because I really didn't like the smell of what's going on. I believe Aikman is a very honest, straightforward person. I have never in my life even sensed double cross, backstabbery ever. I think he's a guy that actually frustrates a lot of Cowboy Nation because he calls balls and strikes with no filter. He will just tell you straight. I trust guys like that. I like guys like that. But I can trust you. But I still gotta verify. So we go verify tomorrow with the film and we go check everything that he said, so that we can know for sure that we ain't getting no wee-woo.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Look, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving
Today's
too bossy,
stream.
we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me.
Today's stream was brought to you by BetUS, where you can receive 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next two deposits up to $2,000. I think we finna beat San Fran. That might be the bet.
Been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, green to go, even when it's slow, higher heights to balance out the lows, can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.